Hello there, Internet! I am your host, Jamie, and welcome back to Let's Play! Shovel Knight. We left off. We basically began the journey of the titular Shovel Knight, a former adventurer who, after an incident involving a certain pizza tower, decided to retire and, well... And after a enchantress with her, he decided to go out and venture. I suppose falsehood too much here. Yeah, if I'm correct, this chick actually ends up being kind of important in I find well, color me impressed. Ooh, tasty! Let's see what we got here. I'm sure your quest will pay off in spades. The Gotician? No, he's a bad fellow. Super skills. You're gonna take a little humorous ribbing. A bard performs straight like what? You know, he couldn't conduct himself. I'm gonna tell you about the Parkinson. Never mind. It's pointless. Okay, nothing really happened to me today, but I can confirm that Fire Emblem Path of Radiance finally came out on the Switch too. I mean, I've had my copy since 2016. Alright. And now other people like this. I don't know if the game's value went down because of the Switch release. I mean, you have... God, I forgot how good the soundtrack is. Yeah. Oh, right. Also, something happened. So I went to get my... after work, when my dad picked me up to get lunch, dinner, more accurately, at McDonald's, the impossible happened. The ice cream machine wasn't broken! Apparently I learned there was like, apparently last time I went there, my dad told me there was like a whole website dedicated to finding out which McDonald's has a broken ice cream machine. Son of a bitch! If you're curious what happens, basically, apparently... Alright, something I kind of found out about DV tropes, like that kind of debunked, was that... Apparently I read some on TV tropes that, but this isn't true by the way, it was that, so on the PS4 and Xbox versions, there's like special bosses unique to those versions. On Xbox, on PlayStation, you get Kratos. But on PS4, on PS4, you get Kratos. But if you had it on if you had it on Xbox, you had the Battletoads. I remember hearing this rumor, like, that was, like, on TV tropes, and I even, like, asked the Discord about it, the subreddit about it. And the rumor was that it was supposed to be medieval. And I thought that made more sense because I felt like that medieval would fit Shovel Knight a bit more. So I asked the subreddit, and apparently somebody confirmed that no, that's not true. Because, I mean, not only is God of War, like, a lot more of a modern franchise, I didn't classify it as a retro franchise. Well, in 2014, anyway. Chicken. Son of a bitch! Yeah, if I'm correct, I remember getting this was on sale. Can anyone confirm it? Because I remember this was on sale. I know I don't like playing games on the hardest difficulties. Yeah, I'm gonna edit out every angry noise I make. Now let's get to fighting. I might put an epilepsy warning. This is no place for the living, mortal. You shall be summoned when it is your time. And everyone has time. As we saw with your beloved Shield Knight. Lies! I won't believe such talk from phantoms. Your very existence is a vile deception! The entrance is full of surprises. She granted me new life. So that I may take yours! Yeah, this guy also got his own campaign. Come back here, you bitch. Well, there goes. Well, let's just. Well, there goes our payday this weekend. My son is late at the heat of day. Yeah, the composer is a guy named Jake Kaufman, and he might be one of my favorite Western game composers. I did it, men. Okay. I love lasers. Okay, so I should probably tell you guys the story I had. So, last night, me and oh my god, I got 666. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, last night I went my mom got this this place called like one random chicken place. I'm not going to. I don't want to say the name of it because I think it's a local place and I don't want to accidentally dox myself. It's our Kentucky on the other side. I'm glad I ducked out on the way back. I love that song. But as I said, my dad. So I went to get. Apparently, when I got last night, when I went to go downstairs to take my pills, I noticed we didn't throw out the trash for it. So I did. When I got to the garage, the big trash can hadn't been, was already outside. So basically, it's like that one scene from SpongeBob where, alright, your defense factor, okay, attention, dance. The former king of Prime Door is enjoying it. Yeah. Yeah, I think it kind of, after playing this, it kind of made me realize that I miss Wii U era Nintendo. Okay, I mean, Miiverse was like my first social media site. Okay? My girl. So I started playing Halo. So basically, I went to get outside. Just as I was about to, I opened the garage door. I went out, put the thing in the, put the box in the trash can. Just as I was about to get home, I get inside. My dad came in. The door inside of the house opened. It was my dad. For some reason, my dad is like sleeping in my sister's room because of back problems. And unfortunately, he keeps the TV on, and because of my hypersensitive hearing, I hear it. So he's like, so I went to check on it, and then I told him like, the trash, we didn't throw out the trash. Yeah, it's kind of... Okay, I didn't really play much Classic Mega Man. I watched a lot of it, and I already keep saying many times before, I had a Classic Mega Man phase in elementary school, and in the 5th grade, and I hate myself every day because of it. Yep, just what I remembered. They're Insta-Kill. That reminds me of Cuphead, okay? Like, Cuphead. Cuphead. Like, every time the game makes you look like you're about to beat the boss, whenever you die, the game shows you how far you got until you done fucked up. You know, like Cuphead. Suppose I'm, Son of a bitch! Take a shot every time I die. Don't. You'll get alcohol poisoning. But yeah, I remember like even like I kind of remember there was like a physical release of Shovel Knight when and I had the 3DS version, but the 3DS version ended up not having as much content. Also, yeah, I submitted. So I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I took part in a animated collab with Pit and for Kid Icarus Uprising. So if you guys don't remember, when Kid Icarus Uprising was coming out, Nintendo partnered with a couple of anime studios to release 3 shorts to promote the game. The one that's the most popular is was called Palutena's Revolting Dinner. The short revolves around Palutena being a terrible cook. And I chose anime. I originally was gonna submit it like for parts 1 through 3. Like, I know it's a bit much, but I was due. I didn't know, like, not only were those parts, like, not there, but, and I even said, like, whichever part was fine there, only to find out that all 3 of those first parts were taken. And then, 3D, there was, and then I picked a very risque scene. Like, what did I use to animate? Koikatsu. He was alive. I had it right that ages. I think I'm gonna be sick. Anyway. Yeah. Do you know the axe items in basically this thing works like the axes in Castlevania. God damn. So I went to see. So I picked a very risk. The first one was like that scene where Palutena just says, like, looks at the back shot of yeah, the reason the short is the most popular, not only is like because first was it's because one of the shorts was called Thanatos Rising, like, which basically revolves around Pit fighting Thanatos. Like, probably the most amount of screen time the guy got, because we all know he was like a random one-off boss in the final game. And this was obviously written like. Or at least translating. If you're wondering how these are, like, Nintendo had a service called like Nintendo Video where like you could pay for a bunch of shorts. Like, I remember like there's like some Dinosaur Office short that College Humor worked on. There was a short based on that was like made to celebrate the anniversary of Kirby Right Back at Ya, where for the English dub they even got some of the old actors back. Except for Nightmare, who was Grinder, his actor is Elder Price. Trying to help a possibly autistic man Tell people to change religion to give them a free book written by Disco Jesus. I don't know how long the service lasted, but from the looks of it, like, since I didn't really hear anything about it until after, after Uprising. I'm guessing it didn't do all that well. But yeah, I grew up... I think my brother might have watched it, like... I'll probably do that. Along with give his copy of Ridge Racer 3DS back. What? Arthur had a banger soundtrack! Yeah, I borrowed it, but that's all. But, I'm gonna give it back after this LP. Or not, if I remember to. What? Alright. My gems, my vessel, my ocean, your very presence tarnishes. You are laying claim to the sea itself. Your greed knows no bounds to the night. Your hands are no less dirty. Even now, the others are paying for your avarice. I do not know how to pronounce that. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. Avarice. Let us do it. Winner take all. Also, Path of Radiance came out on the 3DS eShop, on the Switch 2 online. Finally, people are. It's worth the money. I mean. Alright. North of here, north of Pridor. West of Fork. Oh, bother. I must have passed already. Well, my traveler! Oi! Maybe you can help me. I got lost. I was trying to... Wait a sec. You're not a shovel. Indeed, I am the shovel who's been menacing the village. I assume I have done no such... Or can I use that shovel to bury innocent people? You're in a terror, dear. Yeah, every now and then you'll run into like optional bosses who will like travel the overworld, and there is one boss that's very interesting of note that I have a very special voice for. to your worst villain. Check me out. I'm no villain. We're fighting a common enemy. We are. Why do you say so? I don't feel like an idiot. Say nothing, afraid. Knights are strongest when they work together. Yeah, Knight's code. First vow, always 5%. Knock him down, Shovel Knight. Yeah, if I'm correct, there was like some